We're live.
Live.
Don't
All right. I'm Sean Campbell here at FM90 with the band WILDVIEW. You guys want to tell me about yourselves? Who wants to go first?
Tony.
I'm Tony, and we're WILDVIEW, and this band is about good times, and I don't know, dude. I guess that we came together when we were Matt and I started kind of jamming when I was living in Colorado about a year ago, and then I started making trips back to Minnesota, flying back so we could record music, and since then it's just been kind of like a slow process, really slow. Sometimes it just felt like it wasn't going anywhere, but eventually now we have a full band, and it's unbelievable. But yeah, it's really, really cool how far we've come, in the last year. It's pretty sweet.
And then who writes the songs?
That'd be Ben Obby. Ben writes most of the music for us. He sometimes lets Brent write a little bit, but otherwise I think it's all Ben.
I tell stories most of the time. All I do is tell the band stories.
Yes.
So
They're totally kidding.
who is the founder of the band?
Mr. Jensen.
That would be Matt.
Yeah, I can take credit for all of that.
And so when did you start the band?
About a year ago. I guess ultimately I started writing all these songs, and I had like 10 songs, and I hit up Tony, and he sent me a demo of one of them, and when I got that, I was like, oh man, this is awesome.
Yeah, dude. He texted me and he was like, dude, I've jammed this video like 15 times like at work.
Yeah, it was good. And then, we set up a time for him to fly back, and we were like 2 songs in, and we were just like, dude, this is awesome. We should try to make a band out of this. And then, yeah, we did the whole album over, about a year with finishing everything up. And, then it was kind of like, all right, we need dudes to play with us. And we knew exactly who to hit up. And it just happened that everyone was living in town at the same time. And now it's like, it's cool.
There's people watching, dude.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Hi, Brent's mom.
All right. So where did the name WILDVIEW come from?
I was, it's my road name, actually. I was writing a check for a bill, and I was like, WILDVIEW. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I don't know, I text Tony, I was like, dude, what do you think of the name WILDVIEW? And I was like, not like some, like, nature thing, but, like, all our songs are kind of, like, perspective of life and going through stuff, and I was like, dude, it's, like, our own, like, wild view on everything. And he's like, that's awesome, let's do it. And then that was that.
And then I was like, well, we probably could do that or fermented farts.
Tony actually wanted to make it the last 4 of his social security number, but they decided it was easier to go with the street one of us lived on.
There's one thing to know about Tony. He's very easily convinced. So you could convince him of anything.
That's correct.
Like if
A
we
little
told him,
gullible, a little shy, a little
Incredibly
crazy.
dumb. Not very good looking. Smells pretty bad.
No.
You can't tell from the audio, but yeah, he's a smelly man.
Well, it's seeping through. Listeners, prepare yourself.
All right. So your new album just came out. Can you tell me a little bit about the album, Life is Life, and what does the title mean? Do you guys have some favorite tracks on there?
Well, I guess we could start with, like, the title actually came from my stepson.
Mm-hmm.
He was like 8 at the time, and they were wise words. Him and his mom were out in the woods. She lost her phone, and she was kind of upset, and he's like, it's okay, Mom. Life is life. And when they told me the story, I was just like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's deep, dude. And yeah, so I told him, I was like, hey, I'm going to name this album Life is Life. And then here we are. And then, yeah, I guess favorite song, I don't know. I think Self is cool. I think that's probably one of my favorites. Self or Rainy Day.
Mine's probably Let Go.
Let
I
Go?
think Let Go is pretty tight.
That was all. I mean, it's cool because all our songs really have like a story behind them. Like, there's in as far as like the recording process, because when we recorded Self, I had only written the beginning of the first verse, and then when we got to the studio, we wrote the rest of it, and it was like when we recorded the chorus, Matt was so stoked, dude, like, because it was just a banger. Like, it really was. Like, it was boom, 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 and like, yeah, it felt great. We listened to that chorus over and over and over, and Let Go was one that I was really struggling with. I wrote something totally different than what we have now, and I tried to sell it to Matt and Eric, and they're like, I think you should try again, you know. And so we did, and Matt had kind of an idea, and so did Eric, if I recall correctly, like that it was more of the feel of the instrumental was really like
High energy.
yeah, like high
yeah.
right, high energy, and like go, let's get after it, you know. And so with that, Matt had like a hey kind of idea in his head, and so when we did that song, or when we were trying to rewrite it or whatever, I took that in mind, and I don't know, the first lyrics that came to mind was "Don't even get me started," and then it was just, and then even though I said I farted, but they didn't want that, so.
It's on the special remixed edition.
Yeah.
And
Watch
then,
out,
Coming next April.
how many tracks are on the album?
10 songs. Yeah.
Yes.
Probably about like, I don't know.
Ultimately,
four of
it's
them
about
are
like
good.
one and a half worth of like really good stuff, and the rest is filler.
Yes.
Now,
Tony wrote all the fillers.
I did.
Yeah. I wrote the good stuff. Tony wrote the fillers.
Correct.
now, so how long did it take to record this album? You said like you're doing stuff over a year.
I mean, ultimately, that's kind of hard, I guess. Like, you know, I was working on it for. I mean, I demoed some of these songs. I've demoed like in the past, you know, and I've got weird variations of them. And so, I mean, ultimately, you could say it's like 4 years in the making. But, as far as me and Tony working together, it was like the last year. So, we'll just say a year.
Mm-hmm. All right, so
Today.
you have a show coming up on October 19th. You want to talk about that a little bit, like where it's at, the time?
Yeah. October 19th at Rail River Folk School. The doors are at 7 p.m. We'll have music starting at 8. We'll have Obstruction to Justice. They're going to play first. And then we'll go on about 9:30, I think, is the plan. Fozzie's will be there slinging some barbecue.
Mm-hmm. Brent's
Brid-
gonna give a big kiss to the first person who comes.
Brid-
Mwah.
Bridget's Pub will be there serving drinks.
For $10.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time. We'll have hard copies of our album there for sale. Normally we're going to sell them for $10, but we'll have them for $6 at the show. I mean,
Awesome.
go a little old school, you know. Half these kids don't even know what a CD is anymore.
Right.
So,
And so how much is the show?
show's $5.
And is it all ages or?
It is all ages. We'll do wristbands and stuff for those that want to partake.
It's 70 plus.
70 plus.
Yeah.
And so how can people reach you if they want to like book you or just chat with you guys?
You know, we're on all the social media. I mean, the best one's probably Facebook.
Hi. Let's all wave.
It's probably the easiest to, you know.
Oh, sorry. Not thinking.
It's like this central thing, you know. Facebook's where it's at.
Yeah.
Our email is on there if people like want to shoot us an email for trying to book something or whatever. But
I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit. Where can people listen to the album if they want to check it out?
it's all over the place. It's on all of everybody's favorite, you know, streaming site. You know, Spotify and Apple Music and iTunes if they want to buy it, or Amazon Music, you know, Google Play, all those things. YouTube, you know, so it's out there if people want to listen to it. I mean, you can just Google even, and I'll find it.
Have we put any of the songs on YouTube yet?
Yeah.
They're all on there.
Okay.
You can find anything on Google.
Yeah. Google Tube.
And
Google tube it. Google tube it.
And I'll be working on a music video with you guys. So
Heck yeah.
Yeah,
that'd
you
be
will.
cool.
It's
Get
gonna be
that,
sick.
Yes,
get
have
some shots from the show and everything. So.
We're
Yeah,
actually
so come
not
to the-
gonna upload that to YouTube. We're just gonna sell cassette tapes. Of it.
Yes,
VHS.
yes we are.
VHS.
Get
Yes.
your
tapes.
VCRs out. 2018, it's coming back.
You're gonna have to rent one.
Yeah. Go to Blockbuster and rent a VCR for the weekend.
Dude,
so you
I
can watch
have a
our new music
VCR, so
video.
I'll rent it out, actually.
Oh man.
Hey, please be kind. Rewind.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want the people to know before we go?
What do you think, man? It's all you.
We're all super grateful. Grateful that we have the families and friends that we have. They're all very, very supportive, and it's just been like a really good time so far. Like, I don't. Matt said that he posted something that's kind of stuck with me on his personal Facebook. It's like he said that he was just really grateful to be in a band with his best friends, and that's kind of how I feel too. And speak for everybody. I feel like we all feel that way, and it's really, really awesome being able to play music again. We all have different stories, different things that happened in the past, but it's crazy that we're all here together again, a little older, a little dumber, and
Uglier.
a little
More
uglier,
overweight.
fatter, balder. But it's
More health problems.
yeah. And we're just really, really grateful to be on this ride again, and we just want to take everybody along with us, so thanks.
Awesome.
Bye!
All right, so October 19th, check out the show at Rail River Folk School, $5. Check out the album Life is Life by the band WILDVIEW. For FM90, I'm Sean Campbell, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye!
Bye. Perfect.
Yo, do you like Ableton?
Did you press it? It's still live.
Dude, are you living?
We'll do it live!
This thing's broken. Hello?
Shut it off.
Oh!
It smells in here so bad.
Finish.
actually like
Look at that
Just
finish
when
button.
I think I'm fattest.
Yo, who commented? You guys was like, Ben,